My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Shakur Stevenson is taking less money and betting on himself to beat Oscar Valdez in their fight. This is according to a report coming from, we'll see the source in just a second. This is a report coming from Boxing Scene, and it says Stevenson to make less money than Valdez. I'm betting on myself. I'm going to be a superstar. That's what Shakur Stevenson said. An article says the championship unification matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez features two undefeated junior lightweight titleists who are the best 130-pound fighters in the world. Both boxers are promoted by Top Rank, and although Stevenson is the sizable betting favorite, he will not be paid as if he is an A side. In an interview with ESPN reporter Mark Kriegel, during the broadcast of the card highlighted by Miguel Burchelt and Jeremiah Nicolita on Saturday night, the New Jersey native Stevenson said that he'll be earning the smaller purse when he steps into the ring at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on April 30th on ESPN. I'm betting on myself. This is Shakur Stevenson, this quote. I'm betting on myself. I feel like when you bet on yourself, it always works out in the way that you want it to work out. This might be my first and last time doing this by taking less money. I feel that I am going to be a superstar later on. I probably will never have to do this again, but right now we're going to do whatever it takes to make the biggest fights happen, said Stevenson. On April 30th, you're going to see a superstar born. I feel that I shine in my biggest moments. Pressure either bursts pipes or it makes diamonds. I've been a diamond my whole career. My biggest moments, I always set up. I feel like I am the best fighter in the world. I haven't gotten the chance to really prove it yet, but April 30th is going to be another stepping stone in proving that. That's what Shakur Stevenson had to say. I'm going to turn it over to you, Conspiracy G. What's your reaction to Shakur Stevenson taking less money and what he had to say about why he did it? He's taking it. He's betting on himself. And he's going to become a superstar on April 30th. What you got to say?
I'll say this. I respect it. But he says something like when you always bet on yourself, you always end up on top of something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. I'm like, Wilder would beg to differ. But I'll say I thought the fight was canceled though due to
what?
Valdez having like some type of stomach issue or something.
Hold up. I keep going. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, because I was like, I thought the fight got canceled or something. But yeah, the fight's happening and he's choosing to just remain the B side and all that just to make sure the fight happens. That's a beautiful thing. I think more fighters should do that because that's how you get the big fights. A lot of guys, they want to be the A side. And because of their ego, it's preventing a lot of big fights from happening. So I actually applaud Shakur Stevenson for taking the B side, getting the smaller purse to show the world that I'm gonna run through this guy. So I could respect it.
I just say I don't see anything saying that.
Am I mixing him up with somebody else?
I don't see anything saying that. All right, True Dog Bill.
He wasn't going to get more than Oscar Valdez. So, yeah, he was going to take less money. And you want this fight, don't you? So, yeah, if you had to do this, But I do commend you, for not being making a big stink about it and doing this whole thing. You'll want to make Undisputed. You want to unify and then probably go on for Undisputed and make all that stuff happen. I'm with all that. I just want Shakur to focus on the fight. He's been doing a lot of talking, and the fight is what it is. We already know what it is. You don't have to build this fight up. It's already built up enough. I want you to go in there and I want you to train, young man. I really do. I want the best of Shakur Stevenson because not only is this a big fight, this is a dangerous fight. Shakur Stevenson, I know you got a lot of skills and you got a lot of fans out there, but I hope your fans are telling you that even though you got all this skill, you're an Olympian, that you have to take this really serious because Valdez is a dangerous guy. You see what he did to Brachel. And Brachel is not the same anymore. That knockout was so vicious from Valdez. Look at Miguel now. He had no more punch resistance in him. So you got to be careful when there. It's different. Reynoso, Canelo, all those, it's different over there. I know you got all the confidence, but I want you to be wary, and I know you got the skills, but I don't want you going in there overlooking this guy. Not at all, because he's dangerous, you know? There's still some things that I want to see in Shakur Stevenson. If he gets past Oscar Valdez, then yeah, because I want to see if Shakur could take a good shot. This stuff that I still want to see. This would be his biggest win. To me, this would be his biggest win against Oscar Valdez if he can pull this off. But he really has to lock in because it's not going to be as easy as a lot of people I was seeing as fanboys was saying. You know, this is a dangerous fight for the young man.
All right, TBE. You got your glasses back. Hold on. Actually, man, hold up, man. I apologize, man. I just noticed you got your glasses back, man. When'd you get those back, man?
I've been having them back.
Yeah, ride out. Yeah,
your boy took them though.
He did, but he gave them back to me. What is it? After what was it? Last week, when we took our little break, I went outside and grabbed them back, and they were in the car. So yeah.
You think all your friends are jealous of your glasses, Ned?
Some. I think G always has a bone to pick with me with these glasses, yo.
Nah, man, you looking fly, man.
Nah, they be all. Of course, they hating on the Fabos.
All right, go ahead, TVE. Go ahead.
Nah, shout out to Shakur, yo. Like, you know, a lot of fighters they can't put their pride aside when it comes to they taking when it comes to split. They don't want to take the lower cut. I always think they're the A side, but you realizing like, yo, there's more at stake than just being prideful about the money situation, and you see you want to solidify your career. And you know this is if you win this match, this is a big win, and this is a big boost for your profile. So that's much respect, and like it shows a lot of character in you to truly to do that. So I can't wait for this fight, and I wish you the best with this because this is a tough opponent. Oscar Valdez is gonna be like for so early in your career to take on this match, even though both of you guys did not come going in there to lose. So this is gonna be a really exciting and exciting match.
All right. First, I want to say salute to Shakur Stevenson for recognizing that he was the B side and being okay with it. There's nothing wrong with being a B side in a big fight. You can't have a major fight without an A side and a B side. Seriously, you can't have a major pay-per-view event without there being a B side. There has to be a B side. And there's nothing wrong with being a B side because when you're the B side, you're getting your shot to take what the A side has. Right? So why wouldn't you? As long as you're being fairly compensated, and like he said, I am making less money. I'm making less money, but a star is going to be born. Yes, that is the key, brother. If you beat Oscar Valdez, you will become a star. You will be. You would, you know, and I think probably a question we should ask is, would he crack the pound for pound list? Would Shakur Stevenson crack the pound for pound list if he beats Valdez? You know, but you would be in the discussion most definitely if you beat Valdez, and you understand that, so you accept it. And I'll send another salute to Devin Haney, who's realizing like, yo, I could be like, yo, I'm the A side or whatever. Yo, just give me the opportunity. Although, granted, I think a lot of the reason why Devin is eager to take this fight and everyone, because I think Devin believes he'll wash George Kambosos. I believe Vasily believes like, oh, this is the guy I got to beat to get my belts back. I think a lot of it is how they feel about Kambosos. But still, salute to Devin for going and taking on the challenge. That's what it is. Sometimes you got to be the B side before you become the A side. And people love Floyd Money Mayweather, but they forget he had to become the A side by beating Oscar De La Hoya. He had to give in to everything Oscar De La Hoya demanded. He was treated like he didn't like the way he was treated. Look at the 24/7. He was mad about it. He says it on 24/7. It doesn't matter because after I beat him, it's all over. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. When you're the B side, you just got to accept it. The problem is people want to like hold their one title, and before people try to assume who I'm talking about, I'm talking about like Deontay Wilder. I am talking about Terence Crawford. I'm talking about all these champions who have one belt and want to melt their one belt into a 50-50 split against someone who has multiple titles. And meanwhile, you have like in women's boxing, you have Clarissa Shields who has multiple titles, multiple championships. Like, yo, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this fight happen. Right? You got to be willing to be the B side sometimes. And understand why you're the B side. Shakur, you were talented. You got the skills, but your fights are boring. Your fights aren't boring because you're not gifted, and your fights aren't boring because you're boring. Your fights are boring because after the fourth round, every round looks the same. And you don't go for no knockouts. So after a certain point, I just know you're going to win every round, and I fall asleep. And I wake up, and I'm never disappointed. You won every round. Great. Great. There's no drama in your fight. Your fights are the same. I'm not watching a show when I can predict the ending, right? Can you imagine watching like a season of something? And you know, every day that's going to happen, it's not going to happen. That's your fight, Shakur. Sometimes being too good is a problem. Sometimes you can be too good. You be too good, people just like, hey, man, we already just know what's going to happen. And I'm not telling you to take unnecessary risks because that's not what I want. This is the perfect fighter for you to just outclass him if you can. Outclass him if you can, and this is going to be where you start.
Boring. This is the fight to be boring.
Yep. It wasn't the fact that Floyd was outclassing these guys. It was the fact that Floyd was outclassing guys we seen dominate everyone else. We knew what these guys were. We knew Juan Manuel Marquez was, and to see Floyd do him like that. Look at how Canelo was beating all these other guys, and look at Floyd do him like that. Look at how Floyd did Robert the Ghost. Look at how he did these guys. This is what made Floyd Floyd. Now, if you have the punch stat numbers you had against every other fighter, against Valdez, that's when you're going to make a statement. So be you, do you. Let's see. But be clear, Valdez is a very dangerous fighter. And if Valdez catches you, you could be in a lot of danger. Look at all these fighters who did a lot of talking and then they end up getting caught. Even Devin himself with Lord Jorge Linares, but he was able to recover and take the win. Listen, there's a lot of pressure on you, and you're putting a lot of more pressure on yourself. But as long as you can deliver, it doesn't matter. But salute to you for doing whatever it took to make this fight.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We're the Boxing Bros.